Canadians traveling to the U.S. are facing new rules at the border after U.S. President Donald Trump signed an executive order on stricter requirements for foreign visitors.
We regret that we're not going down in a sense. We met some great people, some great Americans, some great Canadians at the RV parks we stayed at, and we enjoyed our stay down there.
Under the order, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security must ensure that all non-Americans staying in the country for more than 30 days register with the government. The new measures that come into play December 26th expand security screening, including mandatory fingerprinting and photographs for visitors. With me now is Warren Kreitz, certified specialist in immigration law. Warren, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So, these new measures at the U.S. border include things like mandatory fingerprinting and photographs. Let's start here. What do you make of all of this?
Well, the name of the executive order to which you referred, which was signed by President Trump in January 20th of this year, is called Protecting the American People Against Invasion. So it's got a pretty embellished title. Canada's included in the list now. We used to be exempt from almost everything. But Canadians, and I mean Canadian citizens, including permanent residents, are now required to register. I mean, the adjudication at the border is a lot more thorough, a lot more detailed, and perhaps at times a lot more hostile. There's two reasons for this. One is the Trump administration is requiring U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers to be that way. But it's also because there are fewer travelers, which means these same officers have more time to spend on each examination. That is to say, each person presenting in front of them.
Now, we're already hearing stories of confusion over the new rules. Some travelers have already gotten conflicting information about forms that they have to fill out versus not fill out. What do Canadians need to know before crossing the border?
Well, as before, and this has been true for a very long time, Canadians need to be prepared. And being prepared means bring documents to authenticate, to verify, to corroborate the oral examination, the questions, the answers. Border officers want to see third-party authentication or verification. So they want to see that Canadians are domiciled in Canada, that is to say they're living here, and they're going to America for a temporary purpose, which will be explained by the traveler. But the traveler needs to take documents, proof of, their domicile, their home, their rent, their tax paid, their bank accounts so that they're self-sustaining, any and all documents that demonstrate that their pied-à-terre, this is a French term for their foot on the ground, is more centered in Canada than anywhere else. And they're only going to the States for a temporary purpose. So make the job easy for the U.S. border officer. I always use a term in my law practice called feed the baby the pablum. Just give the officer everything that they need to make their job easy, and the border crossing should go smooth and easy.
All right. If someone runs into a snag, what should they do?
Well, listen to the reasons why there is a snag. And if you want to try a second time, don't go to another border crossing. That's not appreciated by U.S. border officers. Don't just drive down the border and go to another place or go to another airport. Leave. You're allowed usually to remove your application for entry. Go and get the documents that the officer is saying have been missing or deficient, and try a second time. And get professional advice if you feel you need it.
Some good advice for us, Warren. Thank you very much for your time today. Appreciate it. That is Warren Kreitz, a certified specialist in immigration law. Take care.
Thank you. You too.